Good day, crafty chums, and for the hashtag August art event I shall be making an ATC. And what I'm going to do this time, which I don't do normally, is show you how I colour it in. I don't often do this because it just takes me so long and I have to bend down quite low. So come to the table and see what I do. Just going to tie my hair back. For this ATC, I'm going to be using some greeting farm image, and this is from the Spooky set, and there's some really cute characters on this one, and as you can see there's some animals there. These actually make really cute children's cards, and they're just like cute. Who can resist? For this ATC, I'll be using this image here. She's one of my favourite images, and I'm going to stamp her up in Memento ink because I'm going to use Copics to colour her in with, the Copic pens. So just going to make sure I get a good image. I'm going to be colouring her, and then I'm going to be paper piecing her, so I won't be colouring her all in, I'll just be colouring in parts of her, and then I'll paper piece. But as I say, I'm going to do something which I don't normally do, and that is to show you me colouring in. Normally I don't do it because I'm having to use my computer's camera, and I just can't get in close enough for you to see. But you might see something, you might not. I'll decide after I've done this whether I shall fast forward it, whether it's worth me continuing on with a close-up. But what I will do is, even if I don't get to show you what colour pens I'm using, I will put the colour pens I use in the description box. So I've got a nice little image there. If you've noticed there that I don't have this sheet, I don't have it cut up. Now, in the past, when I've bought a big sheet like this, I've actually cut it up, and I've realised that you don't actually need to. If you're just careful, what you can do is just stamp the image and put your paper on top, and it's all good to go. And it takes a long time to cut the images out, and blah 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. So that's the image. While it's just drying off properly, I'm going to choose what colour skin I'm going to give her, and I have a little sample sheet set out there with different skin tones on there, and she's going to be a bit of a Halloweeny gal, so I'm going to choose a very light skin tone and give her some fab hair. I'm going to give her some purpley hair, so we're going to make her look a bit pale and vampire-y. She's not. So I'm going to choose some very light colours, and they're going to be E000, E00 and E11. E000, then E00, and E11. I could make her paler again, but I'm not going to. So there you go. I hope the sun's not reflecting too much on this. I've got no control over that. So we're just going to have to just get on with it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, what you do when you Copic colour is go light to dark. Sorry, dark to light. Or light to dark. whatever your preference is. I'm not a teacher. This is just what I do. So I like to go dark to light. I like to put in the dark highlight first. I don't know how much, as I say, this you'll see. I'm using the Authentique pad, Loyal, and I thought I'd just explain something here that's quite important when you're paper piecing, is that you have to decide what's on top. And it's quite important that, because when you cut things out, you need to double or triple up the layers, so then it sort of gives dimension and pushes things to the back. If you look at here on the image, this leg is on top of this leg. So for the legs, I'll cut the image out twice. But what I'll do is I'll cut both legs out the first time and put them down, and then I will just cut out the leg that's on top and lay that on top. So this leg has just one layer and this leg will have two layers. Same as the body. The body has this arm in front, so the body will have one layer and the arm will have two layers, because I'll cut out the body shape with this arm in there and then lay just the sleeve on top of the body. And this here is the arm, and it only has one layer. So if I show you on here, here and here, I'll show you with the legs what I mean, and then I'll cut everything else out afterwards, so that you just won't have to see me paper piecing my way through everything. So if my voice is going again, I've just been quiet for a little while, so my voice is gone now. So I have to decide which pieces I'm going to have at the back and which is going to be on top. So if you look at this leg is on top and this one is at the back. I'll use a bit of darker colour. So at the back, this one is top. This piece is going to have the double layer on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to colour in this piece here. Then I'm going to cut it out. I'm not going to show you me cutting it out because you can all trim things out, and then I'll be back. So we have the two set of legs cut out, the stockings, and this one here is the double legs, and it's got the one stocking behind, one in front, the one behind and the one in front. And this one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the area that's shaded is the one I'm going to cut out of this one, and it's going to be the double layer. So I'm going to cut this one out, and you can watch that so that you truly understand what I'm talking about. I'm going to cut the top leg away from the bottom leg. And then it's going to be glued on to that bit there. And what it does is it just gives an extra little bit of dimension. But what we're also going to do while we're at it is we're going to go around the edges in a bit of ink. Now, I don't use the Copics when I do this. I use my Memento ink because that's the ink that we stamped in anyway. And the Memento ink won't bleed onto the paper. If you use Copics to do this bit, it will bleed into the paper and you're left with an ugly mess. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to put a bit of shadow onto this leg here, the back leg, because the front leg will be shadowing, throwing a little bit of a shadow onto the back leg there. So I'm just popping that in there, and it will help to make it pop as well. So we've got that there. What I'll do is I'll just glue this together just to give you a further idea of what's going on, because I'm going to paper piece her off camera, because it will just, this video would be far too long if I paper pieced her all, because it is a little bit fiddly and it does take a little bit of time. You really do have to take your time with this. So I'll just show you that bit there. That's the legs. You've got a little bit of shading there. Got a little bit of double layer. And we're just going to pop her now, her legs on, and you'll see that bit. In view I can't really see because the sun's shining too brightly here. Like that. And when I come back, I'm going to be doing the background of the ATC, and then we'll pop her on the card. She'll already be cut out, ready to be put onto the card, and I'll just be doing the background then. So that's the close-up view. And as you can see, she's already getting a little bit of dimension in there as well. I've just been in a napkin swap on International Crafters on Facebook, and guess what came in the swap? This napkin, which is a zebra print, which is just perfect for the animal theme. How good is that? What I'm going to do with this one is I'm actually going to stick this onto the background. Normally when I do napkins, you've seen me lots and lots of times, what I'll do is I will just rip up the napkin and put it on as a collage kind of thing to get colours or shapes or whatever I'm working for on that. So on this one, I actually want to keep all of it intact in one go, so I am just going to glue the ATC down onto the napkin, and then just leave it to dry. Napkin's dry on the ATC, so we're just going to finish off the card. Trim off the excess napkin with this wonderful zebra print on it. How could I resist? I couldn't, that's why I did it. There we go. I am just going to add a few little bits and pieces now, just to finish off the car ATC. Oh no! Boo-hoo! Boo-hoo! So I'm going to glue those little bits back on. Boo! See. Did you just hate it when things come unstuck? I know I do. Just that there. I was thinking about putting a couple of little flowers on there or something, but maybe not. Nah, let's not, eh? Let's just go for our little gal. So that's what she looks like, all paper pieced up. Just there. I don't know whether you can see the dimension to it, but there's a nice little bit of dimension there with the colouring. I'm going to pop her on the carpet. So we'll just pop some glue on her. Glue, where'd you go, glue? I'll put it away. I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl, I am. I'll put it away. So we'll just glue her down. I'll make sure I don't get out of frame. I thought it might be fun to have a little meow. Meow. Just got to decide where it's going to go. Might just trim it down a little bit. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, baby. What I'm going to do is just edge this little puppy as well. She's not a puppy, actually she's a cat. Because everybody wants to be a cat, yeah. Got edge her in black. Might do this too. So that was a black soot. Black soot. And I'll pop this one up on some foam tape. Just there, and I'm calling her done. There you go. Ooh. I hope you like my little pussycat doll for hashtag Paul Gustart. Can't say it, Paul Gustart. See you again soon. Bye.